Hi there, Ron here, Variable Play, and welcome to another unboxing. So let me just double check if my audio is fine. Good evening, happy Friday. Why is my signal a little bit low? Oh no, I am in the wrong network. Hang on, I am gonna reconnect. Give me a second. All right, is that better? I'm not sure. It seems to be better. The signal seems to be better. Now let me double check my audio. If my audio is fine, well, of course the music is gonna work. Okay, cool, cool, cool. It's there. Okay, so hi guys. It has been a while, and I got myself a new game. It's called Canopy. So we're gonna be unboxing this. You guys can join me, and if I have the correct sleeves, I would also be sleeving them, so you guys can join me with that. Happy Friday! It is Friday, right? It is Friday because the week has been zooming by. All right, so um, it was a little bit interesting that it did not it reminds me the way this was packaged reminds me um, how Weekend Patrol was packaged, and it will come to you without a uh, the plastic wrap, the shrink wrap. So it won't. It comes without a shrink wrap. It comes with these sort of rounded tape, and I'm not yet entirely sure how I should remove them. I am contemplating if I should just I think I should just cut them. I think they have been there on a while. For the Pawikan Patrol, I remember I could peel it cleanly. This one, I'm a little bit afraid, so we're gonna be cutting ourselves. I mean, cutting the box. The okay one. That's scraping. And the last one. Okay, hopefully that didn't damage it too much. So Canopy is a 1 to 2 player game with a 3 to 4 variant. So they should have just said it's a 1 to 4 player game. But that's how they market it. It's primarily designed as a 2 player, but they were able to figure out a 3 to 4 player variant for it. Interesting way to market it. It is designed by Tim Eisner, and uh, art is by Vincent Dutre. So it looks super nice. Um, you have the rainforest, the canopy, the rainforest. You can see some silhouettes of toucans, the poison frog, the colorful sort of spotted frog there. Yeah, so it's a poison dart frog. You have the back. Um, see, so solo and 3 to 4 player variants included. So it's not a 2 player game. but they market it as a two-player game. See, two toucans, ages 8 and up, plays around 30 minutes. There's 183 cards. Wow, there's a lot of cards. 64 tokens. Canopy, grow tall trees, lush jungle plants, and attract diverse wildlife as you compete to create the most beautiful, bountiful rainforest. So build your rainforest tableau in this light card drafting game set collection game for two, or with the variant of one and three and four. All right, let's open up the box. Okay, we have our rule book. So the rule book is a rule sheet, not bad. Uh, Starts out with the game overview, goes straight into how you win the game, and then setup. So, and then card anatomy. With the setup, you have a good display of how the game is laid out, and then finally gameplay. So, pointers for designers. This is a good structure, giving an overview of how the game plays, establishing how you win, and then getting players into the setup, then discussing a little bit of the anatomy, and then talk about gameplay. Um, this may be interchanged a little bit, but it depends on how the the anatomy is critical to your gameplay. Then there's a turn example, which is great, and we have the end of season. So I'm guessing this is the gameplay. This is how you add to the forest. Here's an example. And do we restart over to, so does it flow? Okay, so it flows like this. You flip it, end of season scoring, and then discusses now the different cards, wildlife, seeds, threats, trees, the plants, and the weather, and then new season, end of game scoring, another end of season example. So I think it's a good rule book. So that's the rule book for the base game. And then you now have the variants. So you have here the 3 to 4 player variant. So new growth neighbor. So I think the way they made it work is by the cards that you're drafting are in between players. So that's for the 3 to 4 player game. And then we have the solo variant where there's a sort of an AI, not really an AI. There's a very simple logic and you just follow that logic. And you have the forest spirit player, 3 to 4 player gameplay example. Oh, okay. So there's some glossary for the cards, canopy, the plant cards. So all the terms are here. They also indicated how many of each. So for example, here fern, there's 13 fern. The bromelia is 11, I think. Monstera is 11, and so forth. That's cool. And you even have some advanced card glossary. You have some more variants here, some 15 season card. Nice, nice. So those are the rules. Then we have our adorable tokens. Yes, they're cute animals. So we have that. We have the sloth, some howler monkeys, I think. I think. I'm not sure. Ooh, is this a birds of paradise? some scoring tokens. So the game, instead of most set collection games would give you like a score sheet, they went for um, tokens. And I have here, it's an ant. It's a leaf cutter ant. That is cute. So they are carrying more than their weight. Of course, we have Mr. Toucan, another, I think this is still a monkey, and we have a python, a tree snake. Nice. Let's put those to the side. Some more scoring tokens. We got ones, fives, and 25s, tens as well. And then you have this are the points you get for having the tallest tree at the end of each scoring round. Tens, five. So the tallest tree score goes up per round. Now four, what's more, 25s, tens, fives, ones, and a few more fives. Right. Then we have another scoring tree. So I'm guessing these are leaves. And we have a big canopy of trees. We have some butterflies. I'm not sure if this is what type of butterfly this is. Is this a monarch? No, the monarch is black and white, right? And we have the poison dart frog. Okay, then we have some paper envelopes. I think this is like how you store things in the game. We'll see if I would be using that. And we have some. These are the the cards that you lay out. All right. So you got the new growth, one card, two, and then three, and then that's where you draft your cards. I think there's some modes for seasons, and this is some player aids and solo turn reference. Interesting. We also have some solo cards, solo reference cards. I'm not sure if I have. Let's see if I have my leads for those. You have a card poster or a postcard. It's really just as a divider for your cards. Um, I wouldn't mind this as a nice big poster. And we have the cards themselves. So before we get there, let me see if we can figure out a good sorting solution for, let's see, do I still have the, yes, I do. So let's double check if that will fit. It is a, oh, but it will depend when I start sleeving the cards because I haven't sleeved the cards. And while this might fit well exactly at that spot, there is some room. We will find out once it's leaves. But for now, I think I might store the storing tokens, ones, 25s. It's just a little bit easier for things once people are playing. They just hand this out and there's no more. People also tend to return things the way, hopefully, the way they found it. That's the intention. Some more fives, some 25s, a lot of ones. One. Cool. All right. Perfect. Sits over there. That's good. That, we know that one. For the special, oh, I have some more. One there. Okay. For the trees and these guys. Uh, too high. We need something flatter. Do I have anything that is? I do. Sort of. Again, a little bit problematic if I start putting sleeves. We will find out. Hey, Fred. How are you? Put our tokens over here. There we go. And that one, we will find out where they go later. Let's set those aside for now. And let's start working on leaving some of the cards. Hmm, what is this for? Why do I have an extra white card? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing it's a way for them to protect the cards from getting, because they did use plastic. So they use a lot of paper. Because of this, they had to ensure there's some protection. I think that's why those were used. Ah, I can remove them. Perfect. And if they don't seem to stick, good. Well, those up or kakatapos ng PGA. Oh, okay. Did you guys win? Who won? I mean, the card size is not standard. This is my sleeves. Hold on. This is 54 by 54 by 80, if I'm not mistaken. So along that line, double check if I have enough. think these are these guys. It is not spent. It is 54 by 80 mm. Alrighty, start sleeving. Bring this down so we get to, well, you guys don't see me. That's fine. So, maybe we can, whoop, on. There we go. There. And focus. Perfect. Perfect. There. You get to see the art, the beautiful art, the beautiful art. Let's double check if I did get the correct. There you go. Perfect. So we got the golden lion hammering. Oh, interesting. It's the same golden lion hammering, but their abilities are different. We get the Goliath bird eater. It's like a spider, and super nice because it has your art, like the, the card name, the scientific name, if I'm not mistaken, the card effect, and some trivia. Nice. Oh, so the the one a while ago was the pygmy marmoset, and this is the harmonia mantle. Huh? So the butterfly earlier was called harmonia, and that wasn't the bird of paradise. It was Houtsin, Hoatsin. I am not sure how you pronounce that. I did get the howler monkey correct, and we have a nice, beautiful jaguar. Look at that art. Some coin cap, fungi, fungi in German, fungi, lianas. Lianas are they tree? Lianas are woody vines that grow from the forest floor and spread from tree to tree. Once in the canopy. Oh, okay. That is interesting. See, we learned something new today. See, these are lianas. And of course, some nice orchids. So those are something uh, very apparent in the rainforest. I have a friend before that would go to um, the rainforests in the Philippines, and they would try to cultivate uh, the seeds of uh, sort of new species of plants that they would find. They would work with the seeds of the plants. Is blight? Blight, I think, is a disease. At the end of the season, lose one plant from the largest group of plants in your forest. So there are disasters and disease that can happen in the rainforest. Those are cards that you might be forced to acquire when you are playing this game. First, there's some lightning, forest fires. So this is Bromelia. It's an interesting mechanic. You have you have one Bromelia, you get 2 points. You have two, you have seven. But if you end up with three or more, then suddenly you're minus 3 points. So you want to get just at hops too. Of course, there's gonna be a lot of fern varieties in the rainforest. Some more fern, some monstera. So for the plantitos and plantitas out there, I know this is actually a plant that most you know, plant folks like to collect and grow. Then we have some rain. Rain needs to be paired with sunshine. And there's the sun. Nice. Oops, sorry, sorry. So it seems that simply leaving the cards, they are already consuming a lot more space than what was in the box. And the cards still fit even if they are now sleeved. So that's good. But that used fit in one. So I think we're gonna go a lot over um, as we add more sleeve cards. Yes, Nico. Fern seeds are very important. Okay, so I might have to let go of the because it might not fit. We shall find out. Let's get the rest. So you have the game will have a lot of trees, and the way the trees work. Let me bring this up. The way the trees work, you'll have a tree, and later on you can draft another tree, and you can start a different tree or extend your tree. And you can keep extending your tree as far as you want, but in order for you to score it at the end of the game, you want to be able to complete your tree. How pretty is that? So I remember, um, I think it was Lotus that did a lot of these style of uh, building up, building formations of flowers using just plain cards. So those were really pretty. So these are from the seeds. How is your Friday? Um, how was your week? I hope your week was good, safe. That's okay. So there were more seeds in what I have sleeved. Or I think the sleeves actually have their own stack. If I'm not mistaken. So let's set them aside for now. know what these guys are for. Season of cleaning, cleansing, season of danger. Oh, so they're like probably like sort of event. Interesting. Let's set those aside. What I need to figure out is I know the cards have sort of like a level. Like there's a set one, two, and three. I am not entirely sure which goes with. It says here two, three. Not sure that's how you determine that. I know you have three different sets. Or do you just shuffle them to get the setup? Place season and growth cards center play. Shuffle the seed deck. Five. Separate the remaining cards to roughly three equal piles. Oh, okay. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. So they just get mixed. You just have three sort of scoring rounds to work with. Got it. All right. Big question is, do I have enough sleep? I think I do. Hopefully. Why are they different colors? Is that a mystery? They're just basic. Oh, these are probably your starting trees. Probably. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Well, you have more of those, and I think those are for the four players. I think so. I think so. These will probably be for the for 3 to 4 player variant. Got it. Do we still have more? Okay. So I think it's just sleeving the cards for the rest of the way. Let's bring this back down and look at the rest of the card. Got some seedlings here. I always like this card size, and I'm learning a lot also in like how they were able to fit a good amount of information even for a small card with still a lot of space for art. They don't look small, even if they're fairly small card, but they don't feel small. Have some disease here. You don't want to have a lot of those at the end of the season. And if you have too much, I think your neighbors actually get affected too. You have some drought, leaf cutter ants, emerald tree boa. Ah, it's a boa constrictor. And we have the kinkaju. Kinkayu. Probably a kinkayu. Another species of monkey. Where Marsupial? Could be, actually. We got the poison dart frog. Hey, nice smiling sloth. And of course, Mr. Toucan, Bromelias. A lot of Bromelias. I remember it did say like 11 or 13. Uh, and then the monster. Wild seedlings seek out the darkness of a trunk and then grow upwards towards, creeping towards the sunlight. That's kind of what's amazing with the plant kingdom. How very diverse, very creative. They find their ways to survive from you know, climbing massive trees to reach the canopy and deliver nutrients to the rest of their system to not being dependent to the sunlight. Even they got some fern tea. The ferns want an even number. I'm sorry, an odd number. So you get a score when you only have one. If you have two, it becomes zero. If you have three, 6 points. If you have four, it's a zero. If you have five, you have 10 points. So interesting mechanic for set collecting the cards. All right, let's check. We have more. I think I do. That's not it. Also not it. That's also not. Oh, okay. Are opening up. I would say still a good. I think that'll be like 100 pieces still. Could be because I still have those extra cards. So probably 100 pieces still. Right. Continue. Currency. That is wow. That's a little bit difficult to read. Rumora adiantiponis. I should have not tried to read that. Okay, focus on completing the fern for Fern Gully. This is where Fern Gully is. I'm sure there's a huge generation of our viewers that do not know. What Fern Gully? A lot of cards for this game. So interesting, quite hefty serving of cards. So we have droughts, some forest fire. Was it 2020 when, or I, or 2019 where there was the forest fire and it was just not stopping for months, and people were trying to send aid, some rain, ano po yung Fern Gully, Lolo Ron? It's a cartoon, the movie. Back in my day, I didn't know if they remade that. I didn't know if they remade that. Hey, Mark. Hey, good evening. I am sleeving Canopy. Sun, sun, Mr. Golden Sun. Again, kids nowadays, I don't think they know the Barney reference, and because I think they watch. I know there's a generation of kids that do not know Barney but know Little Einstein, and then it's now Peppa Pig. I think I'm not sure if there's a new generation again. Probably, probably. What was your cartoon of your generation? What your when you were kids and parents are like, oh, you want to watch this so that you become uh you get to learn things. So mine was Sesame Street and Batibot and Sinescuela. Sinescuela. Did I? Where are the canopies? No, I already have some canopy there. So how did I? Okay, I think I did them correctly. So I just need to make sure because I might end up flipping them. Just to be sure, I'm gonna be sleeving them from the back because I made that mistake before where I um, I oriented it the way I wanted it, and then after seeing everything, realizing I now flip the back of some of the cards. So ensure that we are putting those cards in the correct direction. Leaving cards is very therapeutic. It also takes a lot of time. This is 180 something cards. So, yes, thank you for staying with me, for keeping me company. These are, oh, those are. Hold on. Okay, just a few more. Ooh, some nice looking tree trunks. I love that they have small bits of detail. Right? So it's not just simply you have a tree and then that's it. You really have a tree that is growing and it's organically, just showcasing that there's a variety. It's not just a copy pasted art piece. I'm sure that was layered, and the bits and pieces could be um, randomized a bit here and there. It's just a really good design aesthetic. Just a few more. Sorry if I need to speed up. I would hold all of the sleeves with one hand and then open it with one. Use the other hand as the way to split the the sleeve open, and then slot into the card. The only reason why I avoid this at the very beginning is normally I want to look at the cards and I want to enjoy seeing different art. Also, I have sweaty hands, and if I do this too early, I would end up making the card sticky. Alrighty, just a few more. So these are the starting player, I think. Uh, Tree trunks, and we have some event cards. How did I just do it? Alrighty, we have this done. The only question is, how will they all fit back in the box? We will find out. Alrighty. Okay. You got the four. Let's set those aside. And the seedlings. I'm guessing we want to keep them stacked all together. Now it's the puzzle game of fitting them back in sleep. Um, so that one fits fine. The problem now are the rest of the cards. They probably won't fit fine. I'm I'm making an assumption we can do it something like that. Too much when sleep. All right, guess that's good enough. So the big question is, this will still fit. This one won't, because there's really not enough cards, enough space. So more likely, we're just gonna be utilizing I think I have to get rid of. Oop, I and this is not. This is really the good point of most people who don't like sleeving, that they just don't fit in the box after you sleeve it. And I totally get it. See, now I have to throw away um, the insert to just try to manage how to fit everything. And it really just comes to there were many times before where I decided, okay, this game is not gonna be sleeved. There's no way I can keep it sleeved. So insert goes away. Because the insert goes away, I am guessing would have to already plug in the rule book. And I'm gonna try. Are these the same back as the other one? Yes. Have these guys on a separate stack just so it's a little bit easier for setup during the setup. The trees, I think we can also here. Yes, that's a good idea. Keep them there as well. Have a big tree. And you can seal that up that side. Okay. So the big question would be, if that's there, where does the rest go? Because these scoring won't fit. Hold on. I think we need to. I might have to rethink this solution because it is occupying more space than what I have wanted. So those are sure to take up that space. They're just going to be there. That's their main spot. The only challenge left is, oh, actually, they can do that. Can I fit you there? No, but I think I can fit you there. Yes, there you go. All right. Okay, we have some. Okay, think that will do. That. I wonder if I should sleep these guys. Might not. Well, that can go down there. I'm debating whether I should be. I think no. They can go there. I can probably spread them out. That. Mhm. That goes on top. Or let's scoot over here, and then this goes on top. My thoughts. This really needs to change. So we need to deploy a smaller solution. Hopefully that still works fine. Interesting. You can really fit a lot there without really squishing them in a manner that they're still moving. So yeah, cool. All right, that fits. Then the fives are also gonna fit. The only problem here is that I'm the only person who knows how to stack them back up. Sometimes they're just gonna go like, run, just put it back. You put it back. Gotcha. 10. That solution would have been better, but I don't know if there is a perfect fit style sleeve for this card size. I wish there were. That would probably work better. So this I have a premium uh sleeve for this card size. So because of that, probably it is causing some problems. Cool. All right. So yeah, um, the trees, and that I can use that like that. Yep. There you go. Should be fine. I think I need to put the trees last. I can even set them upright like that. And then put the trees over there. That's fine. Mhm. That works. So just these guys. And oh, I forgot. I have some parts that I have to manage. It still fits down. So good. Okay. Do I have my? I don't think I have it with probably in the office apparel. Oops, sorry. Oops. There. That's not it. Oh, I'm wondering if I should just. I probably need to do this with you guys as well, but it would occupy space. Okay, So for now, I think we're gonna use the, where did I put them? Where are the paper envelopes? Looking at the screen to find my paper envelopes. There. I think for now, let's bring the guys inside. Let's put that in here. Let's also put the Canopy poster up there. Oh, and so we need some sort of too small, small. Not enough. I think that's gonna end up being more thicker than what's intended. You know what's interesting sometimes is that you might try to store things the way initially thought, like, oh, I can store it like this, be fine. But we also have to look at things differently at times to see whether there are other ways you can store it. And it seems to be the most efficient is the side by side. Yeah, I think that's actually the most efficient way. Or that might be something. Ah, haha. Interesting way of storing. Okay, interesting. So I have this sort of grid. Then oops, so, so I can just place the rest on the side. Think that already works. Is it? Is it? Seems to be. Almost. It's these trees. The trees are causing some irregularity to the layout. Okay, I think this one is consuming space as well. So we might have to go over something that, we have something there. Aha, you fit, you don't, but that doesn't mean I have to work with that. Can you guys fit? Nope. Can you guys fit like this? That way, you know, the trees this way. Nope. So trees go down there. I think we can do something like that. Have that tree down there, and it's just these guys. So sadly, when it is really no more space, you just end up with a plastic container. Can't do much about that. We really conserved the space for this one. I had a hunch that it probably won't fit well um, once it is sleeved. Nah, that's fine. Okay. All right. So kind of fits. It's okay. Do you guys fit like a puzzle? Question. Do you guys fit like a puzzle? If I do something like that, yeah, that lays down more flat. Pause there, and there you go. Much better. All right, and then so I still have some wiggle room. Good. That means we're just gonna use one of these guys to sort of box things together, kind of like keep them in their space. All right. I wish it was bigger though. I could use the the poster, but since I don't have it on an even space, I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Oh well, that's fine. Okay. Did I miss anything on the three extra blank white cards? Okay, and there you have it. That is Canopy, all sleeved up and ready to play. So let us try to just set up the game and let's just get into how it might play. Not sure. So yeah, we're scoring, have our features. We got our tree. We deploy the stack of cards. Same thing for these guys. We also be shuffled in with the same stack. And these will be separate. Hold on. Let me just clean this up a bit more. Some extra. Okay. Those there. Storing. Set the cards in a bit. You have the seedlings. Then I don't think we're going to be using those. All right. So set up. Okay. Place the season growth cards to the center play area. I think those are these guys. Mhm. Season growth. Okay. Those go there. Step two, Oh, okay. There's also one there on the side. Player 8. Step 2 is the point counters, all quickly sorted. Step 3 is the shuffle the seedling deck. Okay, seedling deck. Um, three. Where's four? Shuffle the rainforest cards together and place them in a face down deck next to the season 2 and 3 card. Okay, a lot of fun. And 5, separate the remaining cards into 3 piles. Okay, so basically gonna ask us to do like a rough cut where you have roughly similar size deck. So ceiling goes here. Then we have one set, third set, second season, and the current season. Okay. And we have all of our tokens ready, plus the score. 5, 6, deal 1. Okay, so it's gonna ask us to deal 1 card, 2 cards, and 3 into new growth. Right. And each player gets a starting trunk card. I think that's this one. I get one. You get one. And the player who most recently watered the plant is the first player. Maybe that's me. Okay, gameplay. So in each turn, you. This is what's really interesting with the game. Look at the first new growth file and choose between two options. You keep the card, so you put it in your tableau, or you pass. When you pass, you move on to the next one, but you have to fill that back in. So I will look into this. It is drought, and I don't want that because it will ask me to remove a card probably. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna pass on it. Since I passed on it, a new secret card comes in. I look at the second uh, pile. There's blight. At the end of the season, lose one plant, the largest group of plants in your forest. There is another tree, so I could extend the tree, but there is blight, so I'm not entirely sure if I want that. We're gonna leave that in there. That gets bumped on one more, and I Clint. Yes, it's a two-player, but there's a one-player solo variant and a three and four-player variant. So it's really a one to four-player game. There's just different feels, I think, for depending on which um, mode you took. So I'm now at the new growth. If I pass on this, I'm just gonna get one random card. So we have fire, um, and sun, and a toucan. Once before your turn, you may peek. Oh, once per season, before your turn, you may peek at one time. Interesting. I don't know what that means. So we could take this. Then, basically, that goes into my forest. So this game requires a lot of space. A lot of space. So goes into my forest, and I have fire. What is fire? Let's see. Fire. The fire is in the solo variant box. Glossary. Here's the glossary. Let's go to the glossary. Fire. If you have two fire cards at the end of the season, choose and discard two plants. If you have three or more fires, the fire spreads and both you and your opponent choose and discard one plant card in your forest. If you have one fire card, there's no effect, but will still grant you seed bonus. Oh. Okay, okay. Gotcha. So it grants me seed bonus. If that's a seed bonus. If I have one fire, it's fine. If I have two, I have to kill off two plants. If I have three, me and my opponent will have to sacrifice a plant. Yes, looking for games I can learn something like this and evolution. Yes, definitely. There's so much tidbits in the game. Every card that you have, there's always this. Not only does it mechanically is sound, there's a lot of trivia. So the susceptibility of rainforest to fire is growing due to increased human activity and climate change. Okay, so that gets replaced. Then my opponent takes their turn. Let us figure out how to do the solo player. Start of each season, the forest spirit gains one starting trunk. Oh, okay. So they have one starting trunk each season. They instantly get another one. Interesting. I take the first turn. I take them normally. At the end of each season, you will resolve each step for the forest. So we'll select the pile with the most cards in it. Two piles are tired. It's the fewest face up. Add one face down card to each pile. The spirit passes. And spirit gains any number of face down threat cards. It adds one from the card season. If the spirit gains any number of face down threat cards, it adds one card from the current season deck into the new growth 3 pile. Okay. Add the cards from the pile selected by the spirit, their forest, and then Okay, so the forest, the spirit will take the second growth because it's three cards. That means that they passed on one. That gets placed there. They get this, get a new trunk. The rules for the tree placement, this tree will always start a new tree. It has one or zero unfinished trees. So if it has one unfinished tree or zero unfinished tree, okay. The spirit will place trunks before placing canopies. The tree that has won an award, blah blah, and the paints the canopy. Okay. Start the new tree if it has one or zero unfinished tree. That's an unfinished tree. Ah, okay. So if it has zero unfinished, then we'll start a new tree. So I'm guessing it's gonna patch. My tree is the same size. From what I understood from what they explained online, it will start a new tree not unless I have a tree that's higher than it. That's what you say. Clint, the bio series is calling you. Sure. Yes. So they started in the tree. They have blight at the end of the season, lose one plant from the largest group of plants. And they do get a seedling though. And so- and that gets placed. Since it's a bad thing, the new growth also gets a card. And then it's my turn again. And we kind of keep doing that until this one finishes. Then we score that round. Uh, and we get those in points. And then we do that for two more rounds. And the game ends. Every round, you award the tallest tree award. So it goes up in points. Oh, have another drought and lightning and a fern. Wow, I don't want that. I want I want the tree spirit to get that. So I'm passing on that one. You have the sun. I already have the sun. You know that proper or at least that anecdotal story where the son was asking the dad how they can choose their life partner, and dad was like, "Oh, go to the forest and find the perfect tree. Um, the rule is if you pass on a tree, you can't go back. You can always just move forward until you find the perfect tree." And at the end of it, the son came home without the tree because he kept on passing to the next one, to the next one. So that reminds me of this mechanic because after I pass on it, it gets its own new opportunity and I can't get back to it anymore. So for this one, it's just the sun. I already have a sun, so I don't think I want to get that. That gets a bonus. We're going to check the last one. Okay, okay, cool, cool. I think I like this. So we got a Monstera and uh, Hoatzin. Hoatzin. So they want to have a mate. Just one, 2 points. If I have two of them, 5 points. Coolness, and this gets filled in. Um, so forest is gonna end up with drought. What is drought? Drought is Drought. Okay. If you add a drought to your forest, you must immediately discard one card of your choice. Usually negative, but can sometimes be helpful, such as discard the disease or fire. Oh, okay. The thing effect of drought is also discarded. Alright, so the way it works is it will always try to fix itself, so it's gonna discard the blight. That became better. They end up with lightning, they have a fern, and they have a jaguar. So nothing has been. They got the lightning, so and drought. So that goes to third one, and that gets repeated. Back to my turn. I look again at the first one. It's disease. I don't want that. It's a new one. Sun and leaf cutter plants. Also passing on that one. And new growth. Okay. Ooh, perfect. Yes. Let's do that. Okay. So I just got a lot of tree trunks. So I'm gonna enhance my tree. One, two, and I already have a canopy. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. So I now have a nice tree in my forest. Take a look at that. Beautiful. And that's pretty much how it plays. You are drafting. The very unique thing about this game is this sort of peek and pass mechanic. I have not seen this very specific way of doing things uh, in any game before. So that's interesting. I want to figure out if this has been used in the past. There is some similarities to like herbaceous, where you have a decision and then the next one you're kind of forced into, but this one you have three chances, and the whole you don't know what's the new thing that was passed on to that. So that's pretty interesting. So that is a finished tree. We could probably start a new one. That gets put in. So they would take these. We have the sun, leaf cutter, and another monstera. So their monstera currently is 0 points because monstera wants to be on odd collection. They got the sun, which is a good thing, so they don't add bonus, but they skip the first. Uh, and this gets good. Okay, I'm back to my turn. I don't want the disease or the jaguar, but they have a jaguar, and I'm giving them 4 points if I give them this jaguar or the lightning. But they get the disease, so maybe that's going to kill off one of the jaguars. So that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. You can have the jaguar. So the problem is I have less cards. That's nothing. But if most of the cards are not that great, why bother? So one, it's a Monstera. We do have one of those, and you know what? It's so rare at the moment. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it because I need three or more to get 8 points. I'm gonna take the Monstera. That gets replaced. Goes back. They have a disease, lightning. I wonder what the lightning does. Let's find out. Lightning, they get pairs already for their jaguar, and they have a forest. What is lightning? So theme of it is you're growing this um, forest and you're picking cards, which is not so like what's that relationship to the forest. So the thing is, what you take from the forest will then provide new growth. That's why it's called new growth. So as soon as that was taken, new growth comes out. If I pass on this sort of zone and move on to the next one, this part of the forest continues, it grows. If I keep taking on a certain part of the forest, as what you can see, it's very depleted. I don't have a lot of options because I have been getting sort of the bigger piles and getting them quite early, so not giving enough time for the forest to grow. That's at least in my perspective, that's how it became thematic to me. And then on top of that, the mechanical we get to make trees. You start out with your tree trunk, and then you attach. When you get another trunk, you can attach either form a new tree or build that up, and then eventually you can close that off, and now you can score this tree because it's a complete tree. And then there's a lot of sort of connections. So, for example, like the sun needs to have the rain in order for it to have points. The the plants, I don't get it. The Monstera, if you have a lot of them, I guess that's how it works. If you have a lot of them, you get points. The animals are cute because it's very simple. If you have one of them, uh, you get 2 points. But if you have a partner, you get 5 points. Let me just double check. What is light? Where is light? Weather. Rain. Nope. Ah, okay. So they're advanced cards. Lightning. When gained, you choose if both players will draw 2 cards from the season deck or discard 2 cards. Oh, there's a discard. So we should have. So we're just gonna discard. We're just gonna keep that triggered twice, so should have discarded twice, and they just get the first chance. Okay, cool, cool. Right, my turn. The players are. I think we're also tree spirits. Um, it didn't say. Canopy is a game of 2 players in which you compete to grow the most bountiful of forest. I'm guessing you're a tree spirit because you're trying to grow the forest. Okay, there's the sun. I don't want that because I need the rain. Vermelia, which is good, but it's already very depleted, so I'm gonna pass on that. Put that there. We have the fern, and we don't want to give. Do they? Oh, they have fern. Okay, so I'm gonna pass on that. That gets one, and I just randomly get a card. I get a canopy. I don't know what happens if you can't close the canopy yet. So I'm gonna check that. Uh, so it will solo. Where does it go? Yes, we are the forest. We are the world. Where is the solo? Solo there. Uh, 2 piles are tied. We'll take the pile with the fewest face of cards. There's still a tie. Take the pile with the furthest to the left. Okay. We'll take the furthest one. So we'll take this one. It now has a new tree and sun. Not a lot of rain. And gets replaced. Okay, back to my turn. Have the golden lion. Don't have the lion, the tamarind. So I'm gonna pass on that. And we have the fern. We don't want to give the fern. Don't want to take bromelias at the moment. There's nothing in it. But maybe next rounds I might have more. We're gonna take it. That's fine. And I don't get to see. Still gonna take the first one. So they're growing their tree now, and they have a tamarind. They pair up. Nope, haven't paired up. That gets replaced. I look. I will pass on that. Looking. I will also pass on that. And looking. Ah, there you go. So we're getting the fern, and we have an emerald tree bowl. Once per season, you may take one card from the pile that you pass. Oh, interesting. I forgot. I have creatures. I have creatures that give me powers. Once per season, so I should be using them. Um, Dalsin, no extra power. The Dukan, once per season before I turn and I peek at the pile. And then one is I can take a card, so I might do that next round because I want to start the tree. When that gets replaced, they just get this, get another, and another tree trunk. That gets replaced. Take a look. It's a mushroom. Ah, there you go. There is our rain and the tree trunk. Let's do that. That gets replaced. I'm sorry. Since I passed, I should have placed there. That is my turn. They will take this. They get that. And the Monstera. That gets replaced. Goes back to me. It's a fern. What is my score for the fern? The fern is, I have two ferns. So I definitely want to get this one. Oh, sorry. Ah, should have gotten it. Okay. So I'm taking that one. It gets replaced. All tied, so they're just gonna take this one. Got another Monstera. Ooh, this is dangerous. It's dangerous. Monsterat. Oh no, they have their 8 points. They have their 8 points. Ah, that gets replaced. My turn. Passing. Let's put in another tree. Passing. And I think the way when this works is we just have to take the cards that are there. So that means I get the Houtsin here, which is good. It paired me up. Goes back to them. They will get this. They close up another tree. Sucks for me. And oh man, I got a disease. I think that's okay. I think it's just one. There's no two. All right. That's a round, and then we basically figure out our score. Although a little bit difficult. Let me just try to figure out mine because I think I still have some way to track it. So we have 6 points from the fern. The bromelia is just one, so I get 2 points there. We have the paired up sun and rain, so that's 5 points. We have the paired up Hoatsin, so I get 2 points and 5 points. I think. Yes. The emerald is a minus point. Huh. The forest fire, but I didn't get another forest fire, so that's good. The monster rat. I wanted another one, but I did get one. So this is still zero. And then let's score some of our three trumps. So the highest one we had was like that, practically. And a single toucan, 1 point, and a disease. So I think I the other player um, didn't have the higher tree, so I think I have the highest tree. To get 3 points, 5, 6, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 0, minus 1, 10, plus 6, 16, plus 7 is 23, and the points for the tree itself. Um, so this is just times 1. So plus 3 more points, and then this one is a times 2 plus 4 points, so plus 7. So 23 plus 7, 30 points. So you take these tokens and you get 30 points. That's pretty much how you would play. You will just have 2 more rounds of that. Ah, the only thing is that the uh, the solo player, the enemy, the the spirit has a fire token, which increases its seedling, and I remember it had a seedling somewhere there. So seedling plus it has fire, so it has an extra reach. It's going to look at top 3 cards plus 1, if I'm not mistaken. One, two, three, 4. And it's going to complete um, its fun. So I probably lost that round. There you have it. That is pretty much how it works. Um, the drafting mechanic is what really got me interested in this game. Then, on top of that, all the beautiful art. But yeah, that's a very interesting drafting mechanic. It's super fast, but at the same time, a little bit tricky. And I think it will be more interesting if it's a human player. The solo play, maybe because it's a very decisive um, type of AI, maybe the feel of it is not as uh, good as if 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 it were a human player that is draft. All right, so there you have it. Thank you very much. That was the unboxing and learn through sleeving of Canopy. Happy Friday. Keep safe. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.